Here, God, does fucking NXT bored the shit out of me or what, to say the least? And welcome back to another episode of Lucas C. Allen on YouTube and all audio platforms with your NXT July 8th, 2025 review on Lucas C. Allen on YouTube and all audio platforms, like I said. I don't know how long this review will be, to say the least. It could be 10 minutes, could be 15 minutes, it could be 20 minutes at top, so we can find out. But this show was fucking boring, and not good whatsoever. For a go-home show that's going head-to-head with AEW all in 2025, it's mind-boggling. Your go-home show is the type of shit you produce for Great American Bash is like, what the fuck? This is like some normalized NXT show. Regular television show. This is supposed to be your go-home edition to a PLE that's going head-to-head with AEW, the second biggest wrestling company in America, and probably all professional wrestling. Head-to-head with their biggest show of the year. Like, what the fuck, bro? What is this fucking half-ass fucking booking? I praised the show last week. That was more of a go-home edition of Great American Bash than this fucking show last night. This show is fucking boring. This is overall show grade. It's basically a C plus to say the least. But your overall, your best thing on the show was a three-way tie of a B minus. Not fucking good. How many times do I have to say this to you people? Or you get dick fucking skulls. NXT is so inconsistent to the point where it's so fucking ridiculous to review. It's just like freaking SmackDown last week for a tape show for July 4th, 2025. If that show got three-way tie with B minus, your best show grade per se. This is basically the same thing for NXT. It's copy and paste SmackDown last week and copy and paste for NXT this week, to say the least. My god, this show was fucking boring beyond belief. This show was fucking boring. Get into developmental, people. I get that. Trust me. Oh my god. It doesn't even like freaking No Me McGee. It could be freaking Roman Reigns on NXT. And it could be that. It'd still be fucking boring. Doesn't matter if you're a developmental project or not, people. To say the least. Shawn Michaels, you are doing something that's not very great for NXT. Your women's division is freaking great. Don't get me wrong. I praise your women's division time and time again. But this show, not so much praising you get out of being Shawn Michaels, to say the least. But my god, bro, this show was just boring beyond belief. We're gonna discuss it though. Follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, Lucas C. Allen. Facebook is still technically No Limits to Lucas. And also, if you watch it on YouTube, hit the like button on today's upload. What do you think of NXT? Comment what you think of NXT for July 8th of 2025. Also, subscribe button if you haven't already. Turn on all for all post notifications whenever you miss an upload on YouTube. Watch on any audio platform. If you watch on Spotify, leave me a 5-star rating. Just got back to Spreaker platform to say at least yesterday. So there you go. So if you're watching on Spotify or any audio platform, hit me a 5-star rating. Be more specific on Spotify. Leave me a comment on Spotify as well. You think of NXT for July 8th of 2025. Shall I get started with your introduction, shall we, if I haven't done already? This is Ricky Sainz. He defeats Vanity Project. Remember, this is a one-on-one match of all three members of Vanity Project. And this is just starting your fucking show. How fucking boring. I love Ricky Sainz / former Ricky Starks in AEW. My god, dude. How can you make me care about this? How can you make me care about this, Shawn Michaels? When we don't know what the fuck Vanity Project even fucking is. Maybe from Evolve or something like that. Like, stop implicating Evolve with NXT. I am tired of that. Whether it's LFG or Evolve, you get the point. I get it. But it just gets so fucking redundant to the point where I just don't fucking care. That's what I feel about that. We're going to discuss that briefly. Also, Charlie Dempsey defeats Tavion Heights in a solid match. Also, Mike Santana and Joe Hendry defeat Ryze. Who the fuck is Ryze? I don't fucking know. Tyreek and Tyson Boot Font. I don't know the fuck they are. Nor do I want to fucking know, to say the least. Goes to show you how fucking boring this show truly is. Discuss that. Discuss Oba Femi, the reigning defending NXT World Champion, and Yoshiki Inamura have a face-to-face promo ahead of their NXT Championship match at the Great American Bash. That was actually a pretty solid segment too, and I'll discuss that. Because in Kelani Jordan, my absolute favorites in all women's professional wrestling is Miss Kelani Jordan. But congratulations to her getting married, to getting engaged to Carmelo Hayes. All both of them are lucky as fuck to have each other, to say the least. Kelani Jordan, by the way, I did a YouTube short about that, and also go check out Instagram Reels and also TikTok when I do find my social media, to say the least. I discussed that, posted on that too, to say the least. And update, discussing more news and news. We do wrestling, more YouTube shorts and Instagram Reels and TikTok, to say the least. So go follow me on that, to say the least. Because I already did already, but you get the point. Moving on to Hank and Tank, the reigning defending NXT Tag Team Champions, defeat the Culing, Shawn Spears, and Nico Vance to retain, like I said, the NXT Tag Team titles, and I thought it was a solid match too. Moving on to your main event segment, absolutely nobody any favorites for Evolution, in my opinion. Ava, the reigning NXT General Manager, almost like the reigning defending NXT General Manager. She's not on no title to that. Ava, the reigning NXT General Manager, almost said it again, to say the least. He was talking about what is in store for the women's division at Sunday's Evolution. It's a major freaking voice crack, go figure. But this led to her being joined by several women, including Stephanie McCurry, made a return at NXT last night. A glorious La Primera. I love Stephanie McCurry, you want me to fucking say. How can you not love Stephanie McCurry? Any show has Stephanie McCurry is automatic A++. No, I'm only joking, but you get the point. This led to her being joined by several women who each gave a brief promo and a brawl to end the show. I'll be honest, I didn't enjoy this end of the segment show whatsoever. We're going to discuss this on your today's podcast. Grab your drum, maybe it's always going to say it's this week's NXT review for July 8th, 2025. And Lucas Eon on YouTube and all audio platforms, to say the least. Starting with, you guessed it, Ricky Sainz. He defeats Vanity Project, I guess a trio, or a team, or whatever you want to name it, for, I guess, Evolve. This gets a freaking big fat C. How the fuck do you expect me to care about Ricky Sainz? And I love Ricky Sainz, and he's freaking great, I get that. And obviously, people, I know Ricky Sainz is freaking phenomenal. One of the future pieces for WWE's men's division for years to come. And AEW dropped the ball with absolute Ricky Starks. I get that. I'd be the first one to tell you that. But who the fuck is Vanity Project, and why should I fucking care? Why should I care about Vanity fucking Project? Or Project, what the fuck you want to name these people? It was like basically a one-on-one with three different people. Ricky Sainz basically wrestled 3 matches last night. How fucking ridiculous, because it's supposed to show you how much the men's division fucking sucks in NXT. It proves to show you. We want me else to say. This showing this men's division is umpteen fucking disgusting to look at. There's guys that you build around potentially like Ricky Sainz, you got Oba Femi World Champion, you still have Trick Williams. Ethan Page is probably going to Rain Ross by dropping that title to Ricky Sainz at Great American Bash. It's probably as a match, to say the least. Then you got Joe Hendry, a TNA guy, and Trick Williams is now in the TNA division, to say the least. Is TNA World Champion, get the point. Well, why do you make me supposed to fucking care? Is what I'm trying to fucking say. So much so, like Yoshiki Inamura, we're having him challenging freaking Oba Femi for the World Championship. And this man, Yoshiki Inamura, was just in a fucking tag team about a couple months ago. Not even, probably a month ago. With Josh Briggs. I like Yoshiki Inamura quite a bit, but I'll get to that in a second, to say at least. But there's nobody any fair for Ricky Sainz and Vanity Project. Who would this fucking make you care? How can you fucking care about this? Generally fucking asking. A big fat C is your fucking grade. Moving on to Charlie Dempsey. This is a pretty solid match. He defeats Tavion Heights. This gets a B-. Time for the best grand show. It's not even a bar burner of a classic, though. It's a B-. It's not like a big, 5-star banger of a classic, but it's still a pretty solid match, I would say, here with these two men. I wonder what we're doing with Miles Bourne. There's no Miles Bourne for NXT. He should be a North American champion sooner rather than later, said at least. And Charlie Dempsey could be qualifying for that championship, too. I actually quite like Charlie Dempsey quite a bit. Even like Tavion Heights, too. But this is a pretty solid match, man. I gotta give her credit, and credit is due to these two men last night. A pretty solid match for sure. It's a B-. Like a bar burner classic, though, like I said. B- is your grade. Moving on to Mike Santana and Joe Hendry. Say his name and he appears. Say the least. Never should I do that again, bro, to say the least. Mike Santana and Joe Hendry defeat Ryze. Another big fat C. What is the fucking point of this, man? And can they coexist storyline, pal? Even though they kind of did coexist, but to a point, but my god, bro. What are we fucking doing here? I know Mike Santana and Joe Hendry in a triple threat match with Trick Williams at TNA Slammiversary. But my god, bro, how am I supposed to care? Like, how am I supposed to care about Ryze and Joe Hendry and Mike Santana? I like Joe Hendry, and I actually love Joe Hendry. I like Mike Santana quite a bit. But how should I fucking care about this? How should I fucking care here, Shawn Michaels? Unbelievable. What is this damn show? It's like the last 2 weeks are pretty fucking decent shows. This show this week, not so fucking decent. A big fat fucking C is your grade with Mike Santana and Joe Hendry defeating fucking Ryze. I can fly so high in the sky myself too. Said nobody fucking ever. They look left and right my direction. Moving on, shall we? To Oba Femi. Just make sure we check and mix up my notes here. No, I didn't. Oba Femi, the reigning defending NXT World Champion. And Yoshiki Inamura had a final face-to-face promo. They're probably the only face-to-face promo, I believe. Ahead of their NXT Championship match at the Great American Bash. But I quite like this segment quite a bit. I give it a B-. Time for best grade in the show. Doesn't mean a bar burn of a classic promo, though, but it's a different story for another day. Yoshiki Inamura is very much impressing me quite a bit. I gotta be quite honest. Yoshiki Inamura, and if I pronounce his name right perfectly, I finished my story, people. Remember that? No? Sorry. Yoshiki Inamura has been impressing me quite a bit since coming from Noah, Pro Wrestling Noah. I think he's quite very good at what he does, Yoshiki Inamura. And him and Oba Femi have a very good match, I feel, at Great American Bash. I said this last time Oba Femi was in the PLE against Miles Bourne for its Battleground of 2025. He had a great match with Miles Bourne. And he had a great match with Miles Bourne. I feel like he had a decent enough match with Yoshiki Inamura for sure. And this segment was not that bad either. I gave it a B-. Just not enough time to build it, so this men's division sucks, like I said, all freaking podcast long. But it is what it is, to say the least. B- is your grade with Oba Femi Yoshiki Inamura's face-to-face promo before a Great American Bash Championship match for the NXT World Title. B- is your grade. Moving on to Kelani Jordan. Lovely Kelani Jordan. It's always Lani. Mrs. Carmelo Hayes, not to say the least. Shout out to Lottie, and obviously shout out to Carmelo Hayes. Probably very much the NXT version of Bianca Belair and Montez Ford. I'm not comparing Kelani Jordan and Bianca Belair. I'm not doing that, to say the least. But just a little bit of a freaking, a little bit of comparison I want to freaking do there. Not saying it's perfect comparison, it's just a little bit. Basically, it's their NXT version. Bianca and Montez, a power couple. I like to see them quite on the television, though. But then again, I just fucking realized this. Carmelo Hayes on SmackDown. Yes, I'm a fucking dumbass. I just fucking realized that. Whatever I just said there, fucking erase that to the fucking water, to say the least. Sorry, people. Kelani Jordan defeats Lainey Reid, and after the match, Thea Hail attacked Reid. This gets a C+, only because I love the freaking moonsault that Kelani gave to Lainey Reid. I forgot what her finisher is called. It's basically a moonsault. But she jumped off the top rope. That was in the middle of the ropes and everything. That looked freaking great, bro. Let's give Kelani Jordan a fucking title in 2025. Give her the NXT Women's title. Now she takes that from Jordan Grace or JC Jane or Blake Monroe. I don't fucking care. Kelani Jordan is too fucking talented to not be a world champion for at least NXT. I fucking said it, people. How can you not love Kelani Jordan? Now, she's granted, not doing it anytime soon. I get the point. But sometime at the end of this year, Kelani Jordan should absolutely be in contention for that NXT Women's Championship. I fucking said it. Kelani is fucking great. And she had, ever since her match with the Salruka for a North American title twice around, I've been impressed with so much with Kelani Jordan. She is fucking very fucking great. So shout out to Lonnie for sure. She is fucking phenomenal. And I'm not saying how old she is. I'm not going to look up the age, but she's still very young out. She's still in NXT for a reason, people. She's still very young, man. So let's hope she can get that NXT Women's Championship. Now that they don't have Stephanie Vaquer now, and Jordan Grace probably called up sooner or later. Maybe she beats JCJ in Evolution when they find out then. And you got Blake Monroe now in the thick of things, and so on and so forth. But this match, it was not that great per se. I only gave us a C+. It's a phenomenal end to this match. But Kelani Jordan's finisher from the top rope, the moonsault, off the middle rope, and everything else, that looked freaking great. I urge you to go check that out if you're checking out anything for NXT this week. That was great. And so is Kelani Jordan, to say the least. This gets a C+, so I didn't really care for Thea Hail getting involved with Lainey Reid after the match, honestly. I was just so shocked Kelani Jordan finally got a W, it feels like. He's been taking a lot of L's recently, as Kelani. Let's fix that there, Triple H. This isn't a Triple H. Shawn Michaels, excuse me. There you go, C+ you agree with Kelani Jordan and Lainey Reid. Moving on to Hank and Tank. The reigning defending NXT Tag Team Champions. Defeat the Culing with Shawn Spears and Nico Vance to retain the NXT Tag Team Championships. But you know, this was a pretty solid match. I gave it a B-. Not a bad match whatsoever to these two teams. Hank and Tank have been very much the overall underdog babyface tag team ever since Sandler that beat Fraction for those said championships. I've been quite impressive with them recently. Not that I freaking like to care for the Battleground 6-man tag. I don't give a flying fuck match. That was a different story for another day. But as a tag team, Hank and Tank have pretty much a decent, great chemistry off each other, and obviously create decent chemistry to the tag team division. Are they at the level of previous champions Fraxium? Fuck no. But let's be real, Fraxium's a league of their own, to say the least. You can't really compare to Hank and Tank to Fraxium whatsoever, in my opinion. But this gets a B- for your main event match per se. It's actually not that bad, to say the least. B- is your grade. Moving on to your main event segment. Ava, the reigning NXT General Manager. I want to keep saying reign, bro. I was like if she has a fucking championship on her. I don't know why the fuck I'm saying this. NXT General Manager Ava. Finally corrected it. Ended the show by talking about what is in store for the women's division at Sunday's Evolution. And this led to her being joined by several women who each gave a brief promo, including Stephanie Vaquer, and also a brawl to end the show. Another big fat C. Boys and girls, I love Stephanie Vaquer to death. I fucking love our glorious Dark Angel. But even her couldn't save this fucking segment. Even fucking her for me. To say the least, like, who the fuck? There, literally. I get it, you want to promote Evolution, trust me. NXT's been the one promoting more Evolution than the fucking main roster. That is fucking sad. That is fucking sad. I'll give her credit due to Shawn Michaels. He's been better enough promoting Evolution than fucking Triple H. This is why you need to do the bookers with Triple H doing the men's division, / tag division, and whole NXT, and then obviously the women's division should be Shawn fucking Michaels. I stand by that comment, to say the least. But this segment did nobody any favors. Not though any of the women got no brawl in this, and anybody else. Stephanie, we all love Stephanie. I'm glad she was back at NXT for one more time. She's always fucking great, Stephanie. We all love Stephanie. And she's my pick to be in the Battle Royal and win the Battle Royal. And face Io Sky for that Women's World title at Clash in Paris. That's what pipe dream. Probably Io, not Io. Probably Stephanie Vancouver and Rhea Ripley for said championship. But I don't know, I feel like that's more of a WrestleMania match, you would think, right? That's what I think, honestly. Should wait and find out, to say the least. But this Miss and the Sugar is this big fat C. What else to fucking say about this? Not a great segment whatsoever. As your show for NXT July 8th, 2025, I already spoiled already, it's a C+. And that is your NXT July 8th, 2025 review. I'm Lucas C on YouTube and all audio platforms. As you heard, another fucking voice crack. Go fucking figure, to say the least. Thank y'all for watching. Lucas C on YouTube and all audio platforms for your NXT July 8th, 2025 review. Today being Wednesday, July 9th, 2025. About 51 minutes away from your go-home episode of AEW Dynamite for All in Texas in 2025. We'll have that review out tomorrow at some point, to say the least. Until next time, people, and trust me, it'll definitely be next time. Please slow everyone out. Take care. Love you all big time, to say the least.